Day 134. Right? 135.
Day 135.
And we're embracing the suck here. We hit South Carter right after camp. What is this? Middle Carter. And then I think we're hitting Mount Moriah today as well. Getting back to Route 2. Figuring out some resupply possibilities. Places to dry things out. But so far so good. The worst part has been putting on the cold, wet clothes, socks. The shirt was almost the worst, but to me, socks are the worst. Yeah, it's not raining right now. It's foggy. The sun's trying to burn through. We're cold just because we're wet. And we stopped early last night because of that. So this morning we have as much water as we do, which is not a lot. But there's a shelter area up here, that should have a water source. Yeah, it's supposed to break at 11 and start to clear up, so that'll be nice. 74. But yeah, we're embracing it right now. Good thing we have this here where there's no water, and we don't have them here. But I know what some of you are thinking. If you don't like it, why don't you get out there and do it yourself? I don't know. Who's in control of that? Who do I talk to? Just kidding, I don't want to talk to him. This is just fine. I could be walking through the water because our feet are so wet. But this is probably precious vegetation that they don't want interrupted, so I get it. On top of South Carter, counts as a 4K. I'm getting there. It's foggy. We're socked in, as they say. Trail's been okay. It's wet. We're wet. Doesn't matter. But fog still isn't broken. Clouds haven't left. But as far as I'm concerned, South Carter Mountain is in the bag. Mount Leith. Not a 4K. I like this. That does something for me. It's pretty neat. Yeah, Mount Leith, not included in the 4Ks, but we're going to Moriah, and she counts. Whoa. Yeah, with the nail sticking out. Cool. Oh, yeah. A nice lookout here. This could be Middle Moriah for all I know, or maybe just up ahead. And then, or no, we're not actually hitting Middle Moriah. I don't remember. One of them we're just getting up there and then avoiding, and then making our way down to the imp shelter area. I'm gonna just throw it out there that Vermont had 0 mud compared to New Hampshire the entire time. And I've heard from people that are in Maine and have been in Maine, might be close to being done, that it hasn't rained and their feet have not been dry the entire time. So it's probably a lot like this, which is all part of it. All part of the game. Way off. This is North Carter, and we avoid Middle Carter and Moriah. Those aren't until after that imp campsite. So before somebody corrects me, I'm correcting myself. Getting ahead of myself out here because we're having so much fun. But North Carter, skirt around Middle Carter, breakfast at imp campsite shelter area, and then get to Route 2. A ladder that's not attached, but check this out. Even over here. I'm gonna guess that's Moriah over there. But we're still making our way down over there. Okay. All right, in the water, a little foot bath. Yeah. Oh, you mean like this?
Except for when I fall.
Oh, that's why I'm recording. Okay. Putting you away again. Is it no good? Finding out. It's good. It was good. Uh-oh. Shoes untied. Okay, so we just left Imp Shelter. I had breakfast essentials. I'm gonna run ahead and catch a shuttle over to West Bethel, because there's a store over there that a couple of us need to go to, but I'll just be the runner. And this quantum vortex place is gonna be the shuttle I use. We ran into him the other day in Gorham, and he gave us a courtesy ride just in town real quick. And I figured we gotta pay it back to him a little bit and at least use the shuttle service. And then he'll take me back to the Libby House where Jax and Beatbox are gonna go. And then they're catching a different shuttle with probably Ziggy. But I'm gonna jump ahead because the store does have a closing time. And I think I can get there a lot quicker just solo, because I have my GPS if anything happens. Plus, if anything happens, they'll walk right into me. So, should be fine. If anything happens to them, at least Beatbox has his GPS. So, they'll be okay. But I just gotta get to Route 2 in a good amount of time, so that everything will just fall into place. But I've already coordinated it with the shuttle. I just need to tell them when. So I'm going down a bit, then making a climb up Moriah, and then a huge descent. The one shuttle driver, Ziggy, seems to think it would, it was 10:20 when I called him, and he's like, oh, you probably won't be down there till 6 o'clock. And I'm like, well, that sounds like a challenge to me, so here I go. 7.7 miles from back there. But I'm going to do it as quickly and safely as I can, because we don't need any more falls. But they're taking it a lot easier than I need to. So for this instance, just to expedite all of our chores, I'll run ahead and do that, and they'll go to the hostel, and we'll see how everything lines up. Maybe go back to that pizza place, because we were just talking about that before I left. So we'll see. But I'm trying to beat a 7.5 hour thing, and as you can see, I'm at least moving pretty good right here. So as long as the Moriah descent isn't, crazy, I should be fine. But I gotta be sure to call with enough time, or with enough cell service, before I lose it. So we'll see. How are ya? Good. How are you? Pretty good. Alright, and here is the ascent for Moriah. 1.4, 873 feet of ascent, and then it's a handful of miles downhill after that. And it's warming up too. Ooh, Moriah is a saucy minx. The whole ATS, but Oh. Oops. Okay, so that's the blue blaze to the summit of Moriah, but I am currently over 4,000 feet, so that's good enough for me. But we don't have all the time in the world today. Not that I don't want to, which I don't, but we got things to do, places to get to, so moving on. Somehow going higher. Ugh. I'm putting you away so you don't hear me struggle. Okay, coming up to Middle Moriah, but we don't actually go to the summit of that. And there's, at least on far out, no blue blaze, but it's not even iconed as a 4,000 footer, but got a slight little uphill toward that, then we dodge it and have this fun 5 mile steep descent. I think it's 5 miles, but could be hairy. I'm going to do what I think I'm capable of and play it safe, but even with playing it safe back there with those guys before this new mission, I felt like I could go a lot faster, but we were all taking our time, just getting somewhere safely. And now still trying to do it safe, but I'm just a little bit quicker, so we're gonna break up our chores and one do this, one do that, and get it all done and get back in town for some pizza. Cannot wait. It's gonna be a good night. It's gonna cost, that much more money to stay there, but when am I gonna get to do this again, right? So I'm doing it. All right. According to the map, that is Middle Moriah that we're currently going to go around. It says 5.2, 49 feet of elevation gain, and 2,900 feet of descent in that time. So it's going to be pretty good. Pretty good downhill. But I've accepted a challenge, just like the other day. They think it'll take this long. I'm going to try to make it take that long. So it was like 10:22 and I was on the phone with the guy. We didn't leave that shelter for maybe another 10 minutes or so, but I've already gone 2.5 in an hour. Even with stopping for breaths a couple times because, boy, I tell you, that Moriah ascent, even though it was that, smooth, easy rock walk, whew, that's tiring. Very tiring. Had me breathing hard, even though I sound like I'm breathing hard right now. I'm just trying to get the deep breaths. My legs were burning as well. So they needed that though, because they need to be as strong as possible to get the heck out of these whites, which will happen tomorrow. And also tomorrow, the Route 2 is 1898.9, 0.8.9. So I think it's 0.9. So 1.1 miles away from 1,900 miles. That's going to be something. And then after the Mahoosic Notch, sometime after it, we'll be able to get in some good miles again, because it shouldn't be as hard as this. But it sounds like with Mahoosic Notch and everything, we're about to get into the hardest of everything, so we shall see. Whoa, okay. See? Anything's possible. Cat-like reflexes. It's really these darn roots are really slick. Seems like after I got down to a certain elevation, well, of course there's rocks all here, but it seems to have turned into a regular trail again. Just with, well, rocks and sticks, but with dirt. Oh yeah, here we go. Here. There. Dirt trail. I feel like I haven't seen one of those in days. Plenty of water these days with the amount of rain we've seen over the last 2 or 3. And they're still calling for maybe a thunderstorm later today. But should at least be nice tomorrow so we can finish up the whites. And I hate leaving them, but we get the heck out of here. On to the next. Really excited for Mahoosic Notch, the slowest mile, hardest mile, whichever, both. Excited to see what that's about and crawl through that one hole. Really gotta take your bag off and push it ahead of you and wiggle through. I'm excited for that. And that should be tomorrow. So that's kind of cool. hard to believe that tomorrow's gonna be 1900, and depending on how long it does take us to get through Mahoosic Notch, probably 3 weeks left of this thing. That is crazy to me. I was talking to my mom earlier and my brother. I was like, I remember when you guys dropped me off at Amicalola and I did the approach trail like it was last week. And here we are, about to cross over into Maine. How does that even happen? It's a long time out here, but I mean, once you're in it, it goes by so quick. But many experiences on this adventure. Oh, it's raining now, I think. Don't do that. Whatever, it's warm, it's fine. It'll probably cool me off a hair if that is rain and not just wind blowing the water off the trees. It sure feels like it's more rain than just that. Anyway, enough rambling. The map showed what I expected to be a steeper descent. As you can see, I'm practically jogging on this dirt because it's just enough downhill where trying to walk puts more resistance on me than just kind of letting it go and making, speed walking kind of steps. But that's the decline. Otherwise I'd be doing this, just walking. Alright. Not sure which way would be the easiest because this is all wet. I'm going to do this way. Alright. There, here. Just like that. So here is the Rattle River shelter, and it's taken me 2 hours to get here, and there's like 2 miles left. So I know what that guy was saying, why it should take so long, but that's probably for some people, yes. But I should be down to the road in less than 3 hours. Here we go. Now all I need is service to tell the shuttle guy that, and line everything up perfectly. But that guy was thinking, what was it, 10:20, so 7.5 hours to go 7.7 miles. Sure, Moriah was in the way, and she did have some treacherous downhills, but come on. It is, and it was wet. I had a slipped footing on video one time. Other than that, it's been pretty nice. Especially after we got down low enough and it's been a regular trail again. I passed a lady and she's like, it's nice being able to walk. Because up until, there's been a couple spots with dirt, but it's been piles of boulders, which I have enjoyed. Do not get me wrong, it's been a lot of fun. A lot of work, but a lot of fun. But I should be down to the road in no time. Well, as fate would have it, I ran into a guy just a minute ago, and I told him what I was doing and who my shuttle was, and he's like, oh, it's my son. I'm like, oh, no kidding. So that was pretty cool, and he says he'll take care of me, and he even said that his goal is to never finish the trail. I started in 2016, 2017, he said. And he just piece by piece by piece, just slowly doing it out here. But yeah, but he said this is the easiest 1.9 of the whites you'll find, and I agree. This has been just great. So he said I'll get service about 0.2 from the road, and I can call his son again. Quantum Vortex. So far, couldn't recommend him enough. He took care of us in town with a courtesy ride. Didn't have to do that. So like I said earlier, I want to, give it back a little bit and at least give him a few bucks for the shuttle and get some chores taken care of in the process, and all will be well. So you can hear the cars, and it has taken me, what is that, 2.5 hours, 7.7 over Mariah and down, and then I just got to walk over to the actual Quantum Vortex place, which is 0.1 on the road, and then I'll officially go into Maine today, but come back to New Hampshire until tomorrow. Then we'll officially be in Maine and out of New Hampshire. And conveniently, this 0.1 is on the trail. The map shows the road being the trail, and then you cut back in. There'll be no cutting back in today, but I think there's a sign up here that may be the Quantum Vortex. We'll see.
Jay's Corner pretty good? Very good. They get probably one of the best steaks in town.
Yeah,
they specialize in steak. If you want good pizza, excellent pizza.
Clubhouse?
Yeah.
Okay.
She does a good job with the pizzas.
Better than Pizza One?
I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. We went there yesterday.
Did you ever go to the Italian restaurant while you were here?
Nope.
Excellent Italian food. She's won Best Italian 3 years in a row in the state.
Wow.
Here in little old Gorham.
Jack's day 135. This is KO sewing up his shoe. He's got a needle,
Upholstery needle and hemp thread.
and hemp thread.
We'll see.
And there's his shoe right there.
Look at this hole though.
Trying to fix that hole. That's what hyper trash do. We make do with everything. We don't buy stuff unless we have to.
That is going in a song. All that rhymes.
And there we go. There's KO. All right. All for now.